Hello students, in this video we are going to study about lesson number 4 climatic regions for subject geography for science and art students. Now what is climatic region? Climatic region is nothing but it is a maximum and minimum temperature. It is a range of maximum and minimum temperature in which you can see the changes in the climate. Okay, if you take into the consideration about India, you can see that we have the seasons for four months. If we talk about December, then definitely it will be winter. If we talk about May, then definitely it will be summer. Okay, so we have already distributed or segregated the months in the form of different climates. Now, how are these climates considered? It is considered on the basis of temperature. What is the temperature? Whether the temperature is high, whether the temperature is low. On the basis of these temperatures, the climatic regions are distributed. So basically, the geographer is a person who has studied or he has a detailed information of geography. So a geographer has segregated the climatic region on the basis of minimum and maximum range of temperature, and these temperatures are totally seasonal temperatures which are based on precipitation as well as evaporation. Okay, now let us see the theory part. So as you know that there are five spheres mainly: atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere and magnetosphere. So we are all aware about these spheres. Spheres are nothing but these are all the gaseous layers which forms like a blanket, and they all are surrounding the earth's surface. Okay, so we are not going to study anything about all these spheres in detail in this chapter, so we'll move further. So out of these spheres, atmosphere is one of which is actually related with climate, weather. The climate of any region is decided by detailed study and observation for longer period of time, such as 30 years. And these observations give us an idea about the trends in the weather and its elements. So, at a single day, you cannot tell what is the climate. So whenever you have to talk about some specific climate, the study of that climate should be done by the observation of longer period. So that observation can be for many years. After doing these observation, then and then only you can conclude that which type of climate is seen in this particular area. Weathers are a different thing. Weathers are daily changes which you see in the temperature. Okay, so that is called as weather. But to study and to decide about a certain climate at a certain place, you require a very long study and a deep observation. These observations give us an idea about the trends in the weather. Multiple occurrence of any phenomena of weather with consistency helps us to decide the climate of the region, and the climate of a place is responsible for varieties in so many factors including food, occupation or houses, our clothes and many activities. So if you see that in some specific range it is continuously raining, then definitely you're going to say that it's raining. Okay, then if you see if in a specific range, if it is continuously very hot, then you can say it's a different type of climate. So based on the consistency of the weather, on that basis you can study the climate. Now climate is definitely going to influence the soil. So what is the climate in the region, that is how the soil will be influenced, and soil is definitely going to affect your vegetation, right? And if the vegetation is affected, then definitely the occupation is going to be affected, houses are going to be affected. Okay, so everything works totally on climate. Now if you take an example of Jammu and Kashmir, you know that the climate over there is very low. So in such a low climate, the low temperature, you can see that the vegetation is also less. So definitely people engaged in vegetation occupations will be very low. If you take the climate in Maharashtra, you can see that the climate is totally medium. You can have a feel of wet and dry climate. Okay, so here it is very much favorable for agriculture. So the people in Maharashtra state are very much engaged in the agricultural occupation. So on the basis of climate, you can see that the occupation, lifestyle, clothes, and everything is dependent of the people on the particular area's climate. Now let us move further. Climate directly or indirectly influence not only our physiology but all human activities. So climate has enormous influence on the physiological processes. Now what is physiological processes? Physiology means a study of soil. So whoever is studying about the soil, that stream is considered as physiology. So climate and soils in the region determine the land cover condition of a region. It affects on the vegetal growth in region is obvious. Agriculture determines the food habit of the population and greatly influenced by the climate. So if the climate is favorable as well as the soil is fertile, then definitely the agriculture will be more. If everything is available, then the food habit of the population is going to be as per the availability of those materials, and this is how the climate is going to influence. Now basically the climate is classified during the second half 19th century and early of 20th of century. Okay, so there was a long debate between the geographers, and after that they came into a conclusion. Okay, so there was a concept of region and regionalization. Climate got primacy over any other criteria for defining the macro regions of the world. There have been many attempts to define macro regions of the world on the basis of climatic conditions. Now, based on the regions, you can see that there are different climates. Okay, so like that, the geographers had divided and segregated the climatic regions. Now, we will divide these regions on the basis of latitudinal locations. So let us have a look in all these regions in detail. Now in this chapter, the distribution of all these regions which we are going to study today is about the range, range of latitudinal distance. Okay, so, what are the natural regions? The natural regions is a basic geographic unit. Usually, it is a region which is distinguished by its common natural features of geography, geology, and climate. From the ecological point of view, the natural occurring flora and fauna of any region are likely to be influenced by its geographical and geological factors such as soil, water availability in a significant manner. Thus, most natural regions are homogeneous ecosystems. So, what are the natural regions? They are the basic geographic unit, means whatever we can cultivate or whatever we can see the lifestyle in a particular region is totally dependent on the flora and fauna which is available there. What type of soil is there, what type of climate is there, whether the water bodies are available or not, what type of geological factors are there, how is the demographic factors. Okay, all these things are playing an immense role in the study of natural regions, which we will be studying in this chapter. Okay, now these natural regions are divided into three parts. First is low latitudinal, second is mid latitudinal, and the third is the high latitudinal. Okay, and the last one is highland, that is highland altitude. Okay, so that we are going to study in detail in the next video. So thank you for watching. Do subscribe the channel.